Welcome to JB Weekly Podcast. We discuss health for everyday life, pushing back the tide of disease in our world. For health is by choice, not by chance. Welcome to JB Podcast. Today we will discuss nutrients. This is a topic that falls under the first principle of health, that is nutrition. You will find this information very important for everyday life. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our subsequent podcasts. Let's be minute men and women and dive in immediately. Thank you. Without much ado, let's dive in immediately. Nutrients are components in food that people need to survive and grow. There are two types of nutrients, namely macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are the basic classes of food that we understand from our childhood while we went through primary level, that is carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, commonly fats and oils. Micronutrients, on the other hand, comprises of vitamins and minerals. They provide the necessary cofactors for metabolism to be carried out in the body. Both types of nutrients can be acquired from the environment. Let's talk about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide the body with energy to stay alive, keep warm, move, and work. 45%, 45 to 65% of person's daily calories should come from carbohydrates. The following are the major food sources of carbohydrates. We have starchy roots and tubers comprising of cassava, yams, potatoes, and matoke, and grains whose examples are rice, maize, sorghum, and millet. These basic ingredients make staple familiar foods like ugali and even posho. Well, sugar products like fizzy drinks, cookies, and candies are examples of refined carbohydrates. Very importantly to remember is the type of carbohydrate is more important than the quantity. Foods high in fiber, such as whole grains, have many health benefits, whereas foods containing more refined carbohydrates, such as those with the refined grains or sugars, have the least benefit. In fact, they increase the risk of becoming overweight or even obesity, which is a risk factor for diabetes. Okay, let's talk about another macronutrient, protein. Proteins provide the body with essential amino acids that have a range of functions. These functions include growth and development of the body. Proteins help to build and repair worn out tissues. They are very useful in the production of metabolic and digestive enzymes, which are very important in digestion. Last but not least, they help to produce hormones, among others. According to the studies, at least 10 to 35% of daily calories should be from proteins. The major sources of proteins include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, cheese, milk, nuts, and legumes. I want to be very quick to say something about animal products, sources of protein, and plant based sources of protein. Meat and animal products are increasingly becoming a bit more unhealthy for human consumption. And the reason is because of human corruption. You find that an animal has died in the field, but because of human corruption, they can get their way into the market. Again, when animals get sick, like the cows, like the chicken, they are normally treated by antibiotics or medicines. These medicines, they eventually get their way into the human body through a meal, of protein, of animal protein. And as a result, we are having resistance to antibiotics or even diseases which are coming from the animals to the to the human family, they are increasing in our society. So we encourage people to, as much as possible, avoid animal products, sources of protein, and embrace sources of protein that come from plants. Macronutrient fats. Now, fats are solid at room temperature and oils are liquid at room temperature. Together, fats and oil are called lipids. These are very critical components of dietary intake. They are the most feared nutrients because of their tendency to cause weight gain, as well as the fact that they are increasingly difficult to recognize in processed foods. Fats and oils are concentrated sources of energy which provide the body with essential fatty acids necessary to build cell membranes and to make hormones. What this means is that we need fats and oils. We shouldn't boycott or lose out by not eating or including fats and oils in our diet. They also help the body to absorb and transport a group of essential vitamins. Moreover, they are necessary for growth, reproduction, skin integrity, maintaining cells using body fat for energy. 20 to 35% of daily calories should come from fats and oils. Having discussed briefly macronutrients, let's talk about the micronutrients. Micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, and trace elements that are essential for human survival, health, and well being. These nutrients are required in very small quantities, hence the name micronutrients. In other words, the word micro means minute or small, and because these nutrients are needed in smaller quantities, they are called micronutrients. Vitamins are a group of organic compounds that play important functions in the body. Some vitamins can be stored in the body and need to be eaten often but not every day. Examples are fat soluble vitamins. If you want to remember fat soluble vitamins, you can remember them by an acronym ADEC, that is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. While other vitamins cannot be stored and should be eaten daily, most of these are soluble in water, e.g., vitamin B complex and vitamin D. Of course, vitamin D can be synthesized when we are exposed to light, hence, the importance of sunlight exposure. Vitamins play different roles in helping the body carry out important functions. Some examples include protecting cells from damage, building bones, protecting vision, metabolizing macronutrients, and helping to heal wounds. Without essential vitamins, there are several nutritional deficiencies that can result. Okay? Hidden hunger is a term or a phrase used to describe the critical lack or deficiency of micronutrients. This is the hunger that is usually neither obvious nor felt, but has threatening consequences for a population's physical and mental health. Having gotten the basic information about nutrients, I want to encourage people that if we want to be very robust in our health, we need to ensure that we get nutrients, adequate nutrients in the right sources to our body. Well, this podcast has been brought by the JB Wycliffe Podcasts. Continue, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't lose or miss any of our subsequent podcasts. Thank you for listening.